everyone, my name's Amanda. I'm part of the Working Win team and I'm here today to share with you some hints and tips on producing a good CV. A good CV is normally no longer than 2 sides of a standard A4 size paper and normally consists of 5 relevant sections. The first of these sections is the personal profile and is normally no longer than 5 sentences long. After looking at an employer's job description and qualities needed for the role, the personal profile should mirror an applicant's attributes that are relevant to the role. Lots of information can be found on the internet with regards to good descriptive words to be used. This should always include any outstanding qualities that an applicant has that will be relevant to the role and would spark interest with the employer to read further. The next section is the key skills, and most employers will say that this is the section that they turn to first on receiving CVs. Employers quite frequently talk about the 5-second wow factor, and this is what they're looking for in the key skills section. From the job description that they've posted, they want to see that the person applying for the role meets their criteria in full. So this is a section that needs to be tailored to every application, making sure that the job description is mirrored with the key skills of the applicant. And this section normally has between 5 and 8 key skills listed. The next section is employment history, and this should always be listed with the most recent work being documented at the top and working backwards. It's very important when listing the work that months as well as years are recorded so that it gives a true indication of the length of someone's work experience within an organisation. So for example, 2019 doesn't say to the employer whether somebody worked there for 2 weeks or for 11 months. So it's always very important that a month as well as a year is included. For someone who's had quite a long work history, it's a general rule of thumb that the first 10 years are recorded in detail and that any work history gained longer than 10 years ago is just bullet pointed with the employer, the job title and the years to and from work. Always try and make sure in this section that the current job role being applied for is mirrored by any previous work experience, which again may mean that the CV needs tailoring to every individual application. The next section is training and education, and again the most relevant is recorded first, ensuring that any qualifications gained have refresher dates, so employers need to know that any relevant qualifications are in date for the role advertised. The last section is around hobbies and interests, and this is also of importance to the employer as they can glean from this information whether someone is good at social interacting. If somebody is an avid gym goer, then they're probably physically active, and there's lots of information again that employers can gain out of hobbies and interests as to someone's suitability to the role. So it is always vitally important that this section is included and once again is relevant to the applicant and also includes any specific information that may be relevant to the role advertised. So that's the main 5 sections of the CV, and the last thing to always end is just the strap line references available upon request. It's always important to remember that if you've added this line and the employer does ask, that you've readily got at least 2 referees available with full contact information that are up to date. So just to recap here on the main points, no longer than 2 sides of an A4 standard sheet of paper long. Include all 5 sections and make sure that information is relevant to the job being applied for. Please remember to include months as well as years on all employment history, and make sure that hobbies and interests are always included, and show any key skills that are relevant for the role. Once again, the most important section is the key skills, which gives the 5-second wow factor for the employer to read on, and this needs to be changed to mirror the job description and highlight all the personal attributes of the applicant. A good search of the internet will find many different templates on offer, and also the buzzwords that need to be included to make sure that the best CV is being put forward to the employer. Good luck.